What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we are analyzing the S&P 500 because we are tackling a huge resistance zone. If we do manage to break this successfully, we could go and hit the 4,000 points in the next coming days. Tomorrow is going to be very important, and we're going to analyze the situation of what could happen and how this could have an effect on Bitcoin. Of course, we'll be talking about the bullish case and the bearish case scenario. If we have that bullish case on the S&P 500 stock market, then of course this will help Bitcoin to finally break here this $17,000 range and have that momentum to the upside. We'll be analyzing the situation here for Bitcoin to get ready for tomorrow and next week's live stream, guys, so make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. New to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Daily take on Bitcoin crypto. I also do live streams to connect with the community. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything that I say, and if you do so, do your own research, guys, and let's dive in straight into the S&P 500. We need to zoom out here on the daily and see what is going on the S&P 500. We can see we are in a very aggressive downtrend here, creating these massive lower highs. As you can see, we did try to break this zone. This was when we had some major news coming out, but then of course this was a fake out from this lower high resistance level. Now I'm going to talk what is happening right now in this range, because it does look like that we are kind of wanting to break a major resistance zone, all right, which is exactly at the 3,910 points. Now, if I do zoom in here, okay, I just want to let you know that right now, this 3,910 point level is where we do have the point of control from 2021 and 2022, okay? Just a quick reminder right over there, this is the maximum volume node that we do have from 2 years. It is exactly trading at that zone, all right? So let's just zoom in and see what is happening on the lower time frame, such as the 4 hourly. As you can see, we were talking about this on Friday. It was a kind of a symmetrical triangle here. It wanted to break here this low, but finally it created a swing failure, as you can see, from this low level on Friday, and had a big massive bounce to the upside. It wanted to break the value area low from this zone and failed miserably, getting that huge bounce, breaking the value area high, and even breaking lower high structure here. Now, what is happening currently? Well, we're hitting that point of control from 2 years, as you can see. If we go to the 1 hourly chart, we are really above that major level. Was this a successful breakout? Well, we're going to find out by tomorrow. By tonight, is the S&P 500 going to open with a massive gap to the upside or a gap to the downside, guys? This is what we are going to see, and this is what is going to help us, of course, to see if we are going to see that bullish momentum potentially next week, or are we going to see the bearish momentum to the downside? Okay, let me just quickly explain. Of course, if we do open with a gap to the downside, well, we'll be getting back inside of this value area, right? So if we were to have a massive gap here to the downside, for example, then of course this would be looking quite bearish. We're likely going to have that continuation to the downside. Now, this gap needs to be pretty big, because if it's a small gap, we're still above the value area high from the volume traded the last few weeks. We'll be still above lower high levels, okay, resistance zone. So we could get that massive bounce and another attempt to break above. The gap needs to be very, very big, okay, to the downside, so it is bearish, okay? If we start trading, by tomorrow at 3,860, 850 points, all right, then of course it's going to be looking very, very bearish. This attempt of breaking above 3,900 is going to be an absolutely failed breakout. Now, what happens if we do have that gap to the upside? Say we're going to trade at 3,950. Well, this will be quite bullish, okay? If we start trading, okay, Monday early morning at this level, yes, we could fill that gap, but I do think that more momentum to the upside is very, very likely. Of course, we do have massive resistance. We do have the lower high trend line, okay, the macro lower high trend line from this downtrend of 2022. And we'll be facing other resistance zones, of course. We have a massive consolidation, okay, that we did have here in November and part of December right over here. And of course, we do have a high volume node right over here. If we do get this volume profile, yes, we'll be starting to, hit that point of control, which is exactly at 3,960, the value area low. And of course, we do have the lower high trend line at 4,000. So in between 3,960 and 4,000 points, there's a lot of resistance. Of course, we could have that bullish momentum and try and tackle this range and try have that breakout. This is going to be over 50 to 100 points, okay, to the upside, trying to break here this major resistance zone. If we do manage to get that bullish momentum, all right, by Monday, Tuesday, then of course I do think that Bitcoin will have a bullish effect, okay? Like I said, we have a lot of resistance at this zone. Yes, we could have that bullish momentum and try to break it, guys. But if we do open tomorrow, early Monday, at this range, well below this point of control at 3,910 points, okay, the point of control from the volume trade of the last 2 years, it's not going to be looking good, guys. We're probably failing. This has been a fake out, and we're going to have that massive momentum to the downside. So it's all about the S&P 500 for me at this moment. Let's see where we do open. Are we going to manage to open well above here the 3,910 points? Okay, say 3,940, 50. Okay, this is going to be quite bullish in my opinion. I think on that retracement, filling the gap, we're going to have another try of breaking above this major resistance zone. But if we have that gap well below, all right, the 3,870, 60 points, this is not going to be looking good. If we do have that massive big gap, okay, at this range, we are likely to fail miserably and have continuation to the downside, okay? So let's see what happens in the next coming hours. Where are we going to have that gap on the S&P 500? Tomorrow is live stream day. Monday, we're going to do some live stream, and hopefully we're going to do some live trading, okay? So make sure to stay tuned. Very excited for tomorrow. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Not much on Bitcoin, guys. This is the daily chart. Okay, not much to say on the daily chart from yesterday's video update. Nothing has changed. Not too much momentum here Sunday as usual. We have this double bottom scenario. We have a massive neckline at $17,000 that is getting rejected consistently, but we are tackling that level several times. If we have a massive big breakout with high volume, guys, it's going to be looking pretty good for Bitcoin. Yes, of course, it is a resistance zone. Resistance get rejected, as you can see several times. So it could have a massive rejection, guys. If the price action of Bitcoin starts getting well below the 16,600 range, okay, tackling that volume node, okay, at 16,550, it's not going to be looking great, okay? We'll be breaking this uptrend structure that has been created here for the last week. And of course, it won't be looking good as soon as we are trading at this level. Yes, we could have a short-term bounce, but overall, it's not going to be looking great if this does happen. We want to stay above this last higher low range at 16,700, which is the last higher low, so we do not break structure in the short term, because if we do break structure, it could get pretty ugly, okay? Yes, we can correct a little bit, a few $100 down to 16,800, 16,700. Yes, this could happen round about this range. Get a little bit of that volatility to the downside is okay for me. I'll still remain bullish, of course. As soon as we do have that breakdown of structure, tackling here the point of control, I'm going to be concerned, all right, of being bullish. Overall, still sticking bullish here. This price action looks absolutely great. Like I said, okay, we got the double bottom. We got cup and handle right over there that has been broken, tackling this resistance at 17K. If we do have that breakout, guys, above $17,000, this for me will be a confirmation of more upside is very possible. I'm looking for that $18,000 range to be tackled, because if we do break above 17,200, sorry, then of course we are breaking above all of the massive volume node from the volume traded the last, 6, 7, 8 months. All right, this is looking from June, as you can see right over here. Okay, if we do break above, all right, we got the volume node here right over here. We're taking a look at the fixed volume profile. Nothing has changed basically. This is what I'm looking for. If we do break above 17,200, all right, 17,000, okay, breaking above 17,000, like I've just explained about a minute ago. If that does happen, I do see a high possibility in breaking 17,200. Why is the 17,200 so important? Because it's the last volume node, okay, high. That's the value area high, where if we do break out, I do see massive momentum, guys. There's hardly any resistance above 17,200. So if we do manage to push up with high volume, a really nice breakout, it's going to be looking pretty exciting. I know a lot of people are not expecting this, so expect the unexpected, right? I don't even expect it, but with the analysis, of course, if we do not see any resistance above 17,200 and we have high volume, I'm telling you already, a lot of people are not going to be expecting a move up well above $18,000. People will be surprised, but this will be the moment to be extremely bearish, guys, okay? So this is a level where we are likely going to get heavily rejected, okay? Slightly hitting that $19,000 range, or depending on if that does happen, okay, we're going to analyze that situation, all right, for some potential swing short positions. So let's see what happens, guys. I mean, we still have a lot of resistance. We need to break resistance. Let's not get too excited yet, guys, because I'm not saying that we are going to go up there. Everything points out that we could, with high probability, hit that level of above $18,000. But let's remember that we are at resistance, okay? And resistance, what happens at resistance? Price gets rejected, okay? But what is getting me bullish here, like I said, is double bottom, cup and handle scenario, massive structure here, okay, with higher lows and higher highs. Tackling this level, you know the deal. More times you want to break that resistance, you are finally going to break it. If this level is broken, guys, I am personally looking for higher in the next coming weeks. Live streams are going to be pretty cool, guys, because we will be getting into some really nice trading opportunities. This is going to be it, guys, for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow.